See him? Yes, sir.
All right, he's moving.
As soon as he stops. Right in front of this guts moving in the trees.
Welcome to Nosler's Magnum TV. Without a doubt, the white-tailed deer is the most popular big game animal in the world to hunt. And over the last few decades, the west of the US has been building a reputation as a great place to hunt for big bucks. This week, the Magnum Hunt Club's James Brion will be taking his muzzleloader and his rifle out to Wyoming and Montana to see if the reputation is deserved. And the way cool thing is, he won't be sitting in a tree stand to hunt these deer. He'll be hunting in a couple of methods that you seldom see on television. He'll be spotting and stalking and rattling.
The neat thing that I like about western whitetails, and actually western deer in general, is the open country. If you can find a few trees, it's going to have more deer in it than you ever expected it would have. And if you find a hayfield, you're going to find deer bedded all over it, all hours of the day. It's going to be nonstop action. I mean, you're going to be in for the hunt of a lifetime. Action-packed, nonstop looking at deer. And this is the kind of country that you get to do it in.
I just love hunting in this country because there's so much game, just open country where you can really get a look at the game, and we have such a variety from the antelope to the mule deer to the whitetail. These animals all living in the same place really makes for a lot of fun and a lot of action.
This open country hunting is so much fun, so much different than we do in a lot of places. I mean, you take your good glass out there and you cover country, and that's what we did on the first day. We just cruised around and looked at different spots just to see what the inventory was.
That's definitely one of the challenges here is the amount of animals.
It's a selection process. It's a selection process as much as a hunt. It's so much fun when you're just seeing game constantly. That is really...
That's a great view right there.
A treat. You know, Corey Fisher at Crandall Creek has taken our Magnum Hunt Club members on some fabulous hunts for elk, for bighorn sheep in the Bighorn area of Wyoming. You know, I was excited to come out and try a mule deer hunt with him, but I had no idea. We spotted a whitetail buck like you don't find in very many places. I know we're mule deer hunting, but I don't pass up 150-inch deer, whitetails.
He's a good looking deer.
Yeah, he's a great looking whitetail. Well, our mule deer hunt just turned into a whitetail hunt.
Hard to pass.
I'm getting confused. Now, this whitetail buck was living in a really tough spot. We had cattle, we had stack yards, we had equipment coming in and out. There was horses running around in that area. I mean, he just really picked a spot that made it hard on us. Even though he was patternable, you know, we just had so many other deer and so many other things going on. We had to be really careful. We certainly didn't want to get that deer off of his predictable pattern. So from that point on, we would try to pattern this deer and watch for his weakness. And if we could find it, we were going to take him.
Oh, I think it's him. See him? Yes, sir. One thing about it, we will kill this deer tomorrow morning. We know where he's trying to get. Well, we're getting him patterned a little better. I mean, He's just got a tough spot that he's working through there for us. Good for him, bad for us.
Yeah.
If we can't figure out a stalk on him here, then we might as well leave and see what else is still moving around this morning, huh?
Yeah, he's getting real predictable. We just are on the wrong side of him today.
Yeah, with the wind changing on us in the night, we're in a bad spot. If we could get around, but there's no time to get around.
But yeah, he's definitely consistent. I think we're in good shape for more.
Yeah, leave him for tomorrow.
Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Nosler Up Front and by Nikon, the Magnum Hunt Club, Gobble and Grunt Outfitters, Dunham's High Caliber Ranch, and Thompson Center's new Dimension Bolt Action Platform. This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Brownells.
With the deer bedding in the hayfields virtually all day long, we decided to go get along a wheel line and just crawl along until we had a good vantage of the whole hayfield and the creek bottom and just see what would come out that evening. That afternoon, the deer just started pouring out of that creek bottom, all coming right towards us in that hayfield. We were going to have about a 300-yard shot, and we were just looking at buck after buck after buck, mule deer, whitetail, both. And you know, I knew this was going to be the day. We were going to connect sometime this evening.
E17 to the closest one.
Oh, no kidding. That's not too bad. What kind of rangefinder are you using?
Nikon Monarch 1200.
I see it. I haven't seen that one yet.
I love it.
Sweet. Yeah, nice. Our wind's gonna start getting bad, isn't it?
Our wind's already bad.
It's gonna be one of those nights when everything created the woods into the field too. We were gonna see the old guys. Dang. Well, at least we got a plan B up our sleeve.
That's right.
Got another big whitetail we saw this morning, a couple miles up the creek. Got time to go see if we can catch him.
This time we're going to try it from the other side of the stack yard. I could see flashes of horn, I could see his body, but I had no shot.
Okay, he's about 6 posts in. All right, he's moving. He's about to step out.
Okay. Oh, yep.
There he is.
As soon as he stops.
Okay, good shot, good shot. You hit him.
All right,
All right, he's down.
Yes.
All right, good shot, man. That was awesome. Nice shot.
Perfect. We got him. I know you wanted me to wait for one of your muleys, but that was a great whitetail.
That's a great deer.
When I saw that guy, I kind of dialed in on him.
Yeah.
Yes. Whew. That's awesome. That's just, oh, I love it. Open country spot and stock whitetails.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh! No ground shrinkage at all.
Come around here and get yourself a hand load of that Wyoming whitetail, open country. Pick that up.
What a buck.
Ain't that sweet?
That's beautiful.
Yeah, he's got it all. He's got good length, good beams, nice and wide, perfect symmetry. There's this little turned in spot. His beam comes in, this one goes out, and that's how we always knew we had him, because we've seen some other good bucks here. Look at those tines. Look at that spread.
Here's the length there.
I came out here to shoot a big muley. I just didn't expect to knock down a whitetail like this. Wow, that's great. Thanks, man.
Congratulations, good
Thanks.
job.
Wild game trail cameras are priced right, and I know they'll work every time I put them out. And with anti-blur technology, I trust these cameras will deliver quality day and nighttime images and videos. And you know, I also like to put out deer canes rack rock and make those deer smile for the camera.
Right in front of us, got some movement in the trees.
This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by the Revelation lighted hunting knives from Real Avid.
Okay, we are on the way to a super exciting hunt. Anticipation is high on this one, guys. Mike Zmek, Blue Rock Outfitters near Broadus, Montana. It's November 21st. It's 8 degrees out, and I can't wait for tomorrow morning. We are gonna see some deer. Get ready. You know, as an outfitter for 20 years and being around guides and other outfitters, it's really fun to meet young guys who are up-and-comers in the outfitting industry. And you can really tell when you meet them, the guys that really have a promising career. And when I met Mike Zmek at Blue Rock Outfitters, I could tell instantly I had one of those guys.
You know, I'm a hunter at heart. I love to hunt, and you know, there's so many deer and so few tags, so my love for guiding, it comes from just the love of hunting. I get to go out there and I get to be right alongside you guys hunting, and that just makes it all the more worthwhile for me.
When we got up that first morning, we woke up to a fresh blanket of powder. And Mike said, you know what, we're gonna go up in some high country, get up in the pines. We're gonna find where these deer are bedded. We're gonna work in close, and we're gonna see if we can rattle in some bucks.
Just the kind of weather you want to rattle up big bucks in the snow.
No better way to hunt whitetails when it's below zero than out moving. We just went from setup to setup, and we would rattle in these neat little pockets of open space in the pines. I live by a rule. When I go hunt whitetails at somebody else's home turf, I step back and I just watch the show. Because if there's one thing I've learned about whitetails, these are the most adaptive creatures in North America. And if you hunt whitetails in Wisconsin the same way you hunt them in Nebraska, or the same way you hunt them in Montana, you're not going to be successful. You need to hunt whitetails different, as if they're a totally different animal everywhere you go. We all know that food plots are a key ingredient to keeping big bucks on your ground. We've found buck forage to be one of the best plot options. Their extensive research and development has created one of the best attraction plots available. But don't take my word for it. Let's listen to what Dr. James Kroll, also known as Dr. Deer, has to say.
Folks, I'm walking through our study plots here in eastern Texas, where every year we evaluate all the forages that come out on the market. And what we've got here is a test planting of buck forage oats and various varieties of oats that are being sold out there today that claim cold hardiness. Well, the way we do it is we randomly assign these plantings to 10 by 20 plots, and we let the deer tell us what they like and don't like. And we also subject them to all sorts of weather conditions. Now, this is East Texas. We normally don't have cold weather, but this year we've had incredibly cold weather here. And what we did is we came in and tested the 3 most commonly sold oats that claim to be cold hardy against the buck forage oats. You can see the results. These plants are dead, and not only are they dead, but the deer are not eating them, as evidenced by the height of the plants inside and outside the cage. Over here is a buck forage oat. Green, it's gone through less than 15 degrees of temperature, lots of use by the deer. It's far superior. So it's frustrating to me when I hear people say an oat is an oat, because I know full well that's not the truth. These oats being sold as cold hardy oats are really spring oats, and they just won't work for you. If they're doing this here in East Texas, what are they going to do to you in Michigan? What are they going to do to you in New York? And what are they going to do to you in Illinois? I think the answer is pretty plain. They just don't compare. Buck forage oats, they're the one.
You know, rattling is an art, it's not a science. And I would just follow in Mike's lead and we'd go from one place to another. Maybe we wouldn't get any action, but we would walk around and see fresh sign. And some of that sign we know had happened as a result of our rattling.
Get set up right here.
You just never know. You just got to keep going from spot to spot, keep trying different things. And you got to think, and Mike knows how to think. He knew that it was a really cold morning, the deer would be bedded, and we needed to get in tight the bedding areas, and that's how we'd be successful.
Montana's a great state to hunt the rut. It's one of the few states out west you get to hunt mule deer in the rut, plus the whitetails too. It's absolutely phenomenal. You're gonna see a lot of deer. Our whitetails are really concentrated, so you have a high number of animals in a small area, and that is what really gets them bucks fired up.
Right in front of us, guts moving in the trees.
Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by The Sportsman's Guide, America's largest supplier of name brand hunting gear at closeout prices. Tinks B-Tech Order Elimination System. No hype, just science. Tinks. Icon trail cameras from Big Game Tree Stands. Hunter Safety Systems. What is your life worth to you, your friends, your family? Performance chokes for hunting and shooting sports. Get on target with kicks. Barnett crossbows, scary light and scary fast at over 400 feet per second. This portion of Nosler's Magnum TV is brought to you by Blackhorn 209.
Right in front of us, guts moving in the trees. When he stops.
How
about that?
I think you got him, man.
This is like hunting ghosts in the powder. Wow. First buck to come in this morning.
Congratulations, man.
Yeah, thanks. Good rattling.
Yeah, awesome.
Good rattling. You knew right where to stop. Wow. Well, it's cold here, but the action's hot.
Yeah.
That's what we like.
It's really cold.
Oh, what a beautiful deer.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do this kind of a hunt without Blackhorn 209. It's revolutionized this muzzleloading thing. You can haul this around, and I've been on so many muzzleload hunts back in the day. When you bust your tail to get an opportunity like that once a season, and you get pop. People that used to muzzleload and they don't anymore need to reconsider. You know, they need to grab this new technology and go with it.
I totally agree.
Let's go see what we got.
All right. Yeah, nice shooting. That's a good sign.
Yeah, that is a pretty good sign. Sliding down there like a sled, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, there he is. Look at it.
Yeah.
Look at the brow tines on that buck.
Oh, yeah.
Look at him. What a beauty.
Nice. Congratulations, man.
Thanks, man.
Awesome.
All right, Mike. Good job. Great work on that buck. Rattled him in. Oh, get your hands on that Montana whitetail.
Yep.
I mean, that eye guard there is almost 10 inches.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, good and ass. He's bladed up on the G2
Yeah,
there.
pretty. Got a little kicker trying to start there.
Yep.
That's awesome. What a deer. What a great buck to shoot with any weapon, especially a muzzleloader, huh?
Yep.
And rattle him in.
Rattle him in like that.
Can't beat that.
No, That's it. Really gets your adrenaline pumping.
Oh,
when you can get the animal to come to you and say you going to it.
Nice deer. Look at that. Good butt width. He's just got everything, and he's got everything pretty.
Yep.
You know, I'm very happy. Big mature whitetail, absolute trophy. He'll look great on the wall, and I'll never forget this hunt.
There's no doubt that hunting whitetail deer is always fun and always challenging, no matter what method you choose to hunt them with. But that said, there's also no doubt that the most exciting way of all is when you're on the ground trying to sneak up on those deer at their level, or trying to rattle them in. Now, I said at the beginning of the show that James would be headed out west to see if the reputation for big bucks was deserved or not. And obviously, it is.